right, good afternoon, sport lovers, and it's a big welcome to Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Total Sport is your daily sports tonic on radio here on the first and only business radio station in Nigeria, Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, your station of choice. So welcome to the sport headquarters in Southwest Nigeria, and like I do say, this is the Sport Factory where we convert sporting raw materials into finished article for your own utility in order to satisfy your sporting wants, need or desire. It's time to embark on this journey ride into the world of sport. It's Total Sport, your daily sports tonic on radio. The first half of the show on a Tuesday like this is dedicated to the sports entrepreneurship. I'm talking about sport business, which is a big business here on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, where we mean business and of the truth. Dr. Jobel Adaji is back again in the live studio of Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM to do justice to the world of sports entrepreneurship. And for the second half of the show, my guys will join me to dissect various sporting stories, especially with Arsenal, who are defeated yesterday at the St. James's Park. Lot of action attraction as we go down to the last day of the Premier League and of course the Italian Serie A. My name is Isaiah Kiremi. You're welcome on board. Let me bring in Dr. Jobel Adaji. Dr. Jobel, good afternoon to you, and of course it's good to see you again. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Sports Prophet. Great to be back again. And I say thank you to our listener, because without them we can't be here.
Of course we can't be here. Of course, on the other side of the divide, that's why we have the opportunity, the privilege to be here.
Exactly.
Well, the topic before us, Dr. Jobel, and of course to all those listening to us, I want to look at this very important topic, completing your sport business mission through an effective operations planning. Completing your sport business mission through an effective operations planning. That's the job at hand right now.
Thank you very much. Sports Prophet, you would agree with me that on Tuesday, the 2nd of November last year, we held, we actually discussed the topic building an understanding of business operations. And I started out, by saying that inefficient business operations are huge productivity killers.
Okay, that's true.
I said,
that's right.
On that day. And that added to, slow workflows. Okay? Especially when we talk of critical aspects of sports business or operations.
Okay.
When the work is slow and you don't have operational plans, it can actually cause your sports business, to miss on targets, lose customers, and eventually lose money.
Miss target, lose customers, and
eventually lose money. Again, in March this year, on one of our editions for March this year, you asked a question. Your question was, you wanted to know if there was anything like business operations plan.
Yes.
You asked that question. And I answered in the affirmative. I told you that I concluded by saying that the business operations plan was a vital part of your entire sports business plan. So on today's edition of Sportspreneurship, I want to attempt to outline, among other things, how the operations plan can actually help the sportspreneurs to complete their sports business mission.
It is very key, we go into this discussion, Dr. Jobel, and you've just given us a prelude and try to flash back to how important, operations plan is, and you made some valid points which I'm scared of, talking about if you are unable to get it right with your operations plan, we miss targets, lose customers, and at the end of the day, you lose ego money. That's is very important. But let's start. What is operations plan to start with?
Thank you very much, Sports Prophet. Like I said earlier, the operations plan is a key or vital part of your sports business plan. That's to start out with. Okay. Now, the operations session of that your sports business plan is where you can explain in detail your sports businesses objectives, okay, goals, procedures, and timeline. So that is all about the business.
Operations plan.
Business operations plan.
Yeah. And I know different. Let me say major companies deals with operations plan, but is it that important to sportspreneurs? Because we know most times we categorize as sportspreneurs as small scale, startup small scale business. So is it important for us, sportspreneurs to look into operations plan?
Like now, thank you very much. A number of times the sportspreneurs, they have some of them have come up with this question. However small you're starting out, you need to start on the right pedestal. Okay. Now, one of the intents of a sportspreneur is for you to, take your business to a level where investors, can give you a look in.
Of course.
They now put their money, where their mouth is. If they don't see that their mouth is there, they won't put their money.
Of course.
So now, an operations plan is helpful for investors, but it is also helpful for the sportspreneur in that it pushes you as a sportspreneur to think about tactics and deadlines. Okay, it helps the sportspreneurs to show prospective investors. They know that the sportspreneurs know, how exactly they want their sports businesses to run.
All right.
Okay. Now, with this plan, the sportspreneur can determine who to hire. Where you actually want to work, your location, and when you expect projects to be completed.
Okay.
So on your as a sportspreneur, on your operations plan, you should be able, of course, your operations plan should be able to help you to answer a number of questions.
Of course.
Like there, you should be able to answer what, okay, the questions of what,
okay,
where, when,
the W's,
and not only the W's, and how much, okay,
how much.
Right. So the sports business operations plan should be able to answer all these questions. So it's important to them.
So it should be a detailed, well outlined plan.
Exactly.
Okay, all right, let's move ahead. Dr. Jubel is getting interesting. The topic before us that we've been treating on today's edition of Sports Entrepreneurship is completing your sports business mission through an effective operations planning. Now, Dr. Jubel, I believe when it comes to operations planning, it's not just we doing it for we just want to do it, let's just do it. It's important for us to do it. I believe there should be some goals and objectives that we need to achieve when we set out as sportspreneurs out for our operations planning. That will bring me to my next question. What are the goals and objective, or what are the goals or objectives of getting into operations planning?
Thank you. An effective operations plan, should have a very clear objective and goal. That everyone on board would be focused, on.
Okay.
Everybody's attention will be there on. Focused on completing it. Okay. Now, in this section of your sports business plan, as a sportspreneur, you will clearly state your sports business's operational objectives.
Okay, it will be there.
It will be there. So the objectives. Okay, what am I setting out, to achieve? How do I start out? What are the tools I need to start with? And along the line, where am I going to get, apart from maybe the funding, the initial funding, startup capital, along the line, where am I going to inject money from? That's where you now begin to open window, for investors, prospective investors. At that point, if they don't see your project to be convincing, they will not put their money into it. But when it convinces them,
of course,
you see
you
them
don't need to talk much.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk much.
Yeah.
Once they get the conviction, definitely they'll put their money there. So that is, a major goal for any operations plan. All right. If you are just joining the train, it's Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. The first segment on a Tuesday like this. We use it to learn, as sportspreneurs, either as sportspreneurs or prospective sportspreneurs. And the topic we are looking at is completing your sports business mission through an effective operations planning. Dr. Jubel was able to give us an idea of what an operations plan looks like and how important is it to the sportspreneurs. We also looked at the goals and objectives, or the goals or objectives of running through operations plan. Now, Doctor, I'm still talking about operations planning. Talking about the operational objective. Is it the same as a strategic objective? Can we liken operational objective to strategic objective? Because I believe operational some strategy, but I want you to shed more light on that if we can. If it's synonymous, we can liken both together.
Thank you, Sports Prophet. There are two different things.
Wow.
Operational objective is different from strategic objective.
Okay, please tell us more.
But the operational objective can be said to be a part of the strategic objective.
So it is a subset.
Is a subset.
Or strategic
because
objective.
Because if we have an operational objective, okay, all hands are on deck to see that the objective is achieved.
Okay.
And when the objective is achieved, we say that the overall strategic objective of the company or the business is achieved.
Okay.
So there are two different things. It's just a subset of the operational, of the strategic objective.
Part of strategic objective.
Of course.
And so, if you achieve operational objective, then
achieving operational objective will help you to achieving your strategic objective. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well said, Dr. Jubel. Now, finally, Dr. Jubel, can you tell us how an operational objective could be created? And I want it to be practical. If you can give us, examples, so listeners at home can have an idea of, the scenario that you're trying to paint.
Okay, thank you. Let me start this way. In order to create an efficient operational objective, I advise entrepreneurs out there, to think smart. Smart, as in what do we call it? As in specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely.
I think we've discussed that.
Yes. Now, let me explain this now. In creating operational objective, you must be specific. Okay? Be clear on what you want to achieve. You have to be clear. Then when we say measurable, you must be able to quantify the goal, so that you will be able to, track the progress that you make.
Okay.
Yes.
Through measurement.
Yes.
All right.
You quantify your goal so that you can track progress. Then attainable and realistic. Okay. It's great for you to be ambitious as a sportspreneur, but you must make sure that you are not getting yourself. You are not setting yourself up, for failure.
Okay.
So it must be attainable. Such a goal or objective must be attainable and realistic. And now talking about the timely, okay, you provide deadline so that everyone has the date that his mind is fixed on. Everybody is working towards that date, which must not nobody, it must remain intact.
No one must fail.
No one must fail to deliver at that particular time. Now, having said that, I will say that different departments within an organization will have different operational objectives.
Of course.
That's why I was telling you when you asked the last question,
strategic,
that if every department achieves, its own operational objective, it now helps in achieving the overall strategic objective,
which is key.
So, having said this, I will say that each departmental objective should help the company reach their main objective. Now, talking about the example, let me say this.
Okay.
There is this man, this sportspreneur, who has a sports grill and bar.
Okay.
The part of what they produce, they do pizza.
Okay.
They actually do pizza. And now, in my relationship with him, let me give these ones out as examples of what you are saying.
Okay, all right.
Now, his overall, as a company, his overall strategic objective, is to deliver pizza. Just one of his products, to deliver pizza all over the sports arenas in the southwest of Nigeria.
Okay.
Where anything that has to do with sports. Okay.
You will see him there.
You will see the pizza there. You understand? That is his overall objective. Now, talking about departments now, okay?
Of that same
guy.
Okay.
Of this entrepreneur. His technology department, as I continue to interface with them, those in the technology department, they have their own operational objective. And what is it? Is to create a mobile app.
Okay.
By January 2023.
That's next year.
So this mobile app to them would offer, customers better experience. It will offer it will offer a better customer experience. You remember we'll be talking about customer experience here.
That's right.
Now, the operational objective for marketing department is to increase website visitors by 50%. When it is January 2023. And this they intend to do by advertising on radio, even on local food websites, and they print out advertisements too.
That's their campaign.
That's their campaign for marketing department. That's their own operational objective. Now for sales, okay, their operational objective is to increase delivery sales by 30%. And this they intend to do
January next year.
This they intend to do by targeting 3 of Southwest's largest sports events and communities. You can see. So this is a typical example of
the first department of their whole
having their operational objectives. So it's a typical example of what the picture
they are trying to
paint.
goal, of course, is the overall
that is
of
the company.
Of the company. And I must say, for those those website definitely is a good one, especially at this age to boost more customers.
Exactly. The visitors,
you could even order 50%. You could even order online.
Exactly.
Without going straight
with the app. The order online.
Yeah. So in case you want to get into a sport grid and that's a template for you, free of charge, FOC given to you by Dr. Jubel Adaji this afternoon on Sportspreneurship on Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. And I hope that individual is doing well.
He's doing well. The guy is doing well. He's around the national stadium in Lagos.
Wow, fantastic. We'd like to meet him one of these days.
He's doing well. Fantastic. He's doing well.
We'd like to meet him. Well, a whole lot to discuss on the second half of the show. Thank you, Dr. Jube, for coming once again.
Thanks for having me.
To Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. The guys will join me for the second half of the show right now, but I think we should go for a quick break. Let's go for a quick break on the show right now. So when we're back, we'll move straight to the second half of the show to discuss trending stories in the world of sport.
superstars. It's time to have fun on radio. Join Amtati on Children Fun Time from 4 to 4:30 p.m. on weekdays and 11 a.m. to 12 noon on Saturdays. Tune in and let's have fun on radio. Children Fun Time. We impact our world.
Amutajero, Ibr92.5FM, Ibadan. Radio Amutajero, Ibr92.5FM.
Yo! It's all about Impact Business Radio, IBR. Yes, educative, qualitative, informative radio station straight out of IB to the world. So last year, I want them said to me.
Impact Business Radio all the way. It's all about
There's no easier way to say this. Slow internet is bad for business. So, if you want what's best, get the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SMEs.
Indeed, do business at internet speed of up to 200 megabytes per second with the Airtel Smartbox Outdoor Unit for SME and enjoy instant access to other amazing offers. Dial 1010 toll free or send an email to airtelbusiness@ng.airtel.com to get started.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
The stage is set for this year's edition of the grand finale of the prestigious UEFA Champions League. As the boys have been separated from the men, the two contenders is now revealed as 13 times champion Real Madrid of Spain will battle with 6 times champion Liverpool of England at the 80,000 capacity Stade de France in Paris.
It will be Liverpool against Real Madrid. What incredible drama we've seen this season.
In the bid to bring in the action closer to you, the ever-reliable sports crew of Metropolitan Broadcasting Services, owners of Impact Business Radio, IBR 92.5 FM, and Impact Africa Television, IATV presents the 2022 edition of Night of Champions.
It's an inviting one for Vinicius to chase, and he's got away from Mazraoui. Vinicius, and Benzema crushes Real Madrid into the lead in Amsterdam.
This is an opportunity for football fans to celebrate and watch top European football in a carnival-like, cool and friendly atmosphere. The IBR and ITV 2022 Night of Champions comes with premium excitement and side attractions, which includes red carpet, music, comedy, meet your OAPs, sports quiz competition, PlayStation challenge, rep your club, live game analysis with juicy gifts and products to be won by our loyal fans.
That moment, how they've waited for it, how they have earned it.
The 2022 IBR and ITV Night of Champions comes up on May 28, 2022. Venue, Mingus Place Hotel, Agric Bus Stop beside Food Court, along Yano Church and Iwo Road Expressway, Ibadan. Venue, Mingus Place Hotel, Agric Bus Stop beside Food Court, along Yano Church Road and Iwo Road Expressway, Ibadan. Time, red carpet starts at 4 p.m. IBR and ITV Night of Champions is proudly sponsored and supported by All Stars Trader, Peace Life Homes and Properties, Mingus Place Hotel, Brent Mall, Jason Combs, Fulton Photography. For more information and sponsorship, please call Isaiah on 0706 093 2899 or Abdulaziz Mr. MVP on 0703 305 8250. IBR and IATV Night of Champions, celebrating top football artistry at the Champions Planet.
We will see you in Paris on the 28th for the Champions League final.
Alright, welcome back still to Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. We've been informing you about the big one. We are counting down to the big event, talking about the IBR IATV 2022 Night of Champions, which comes up on May 28, 2022 at Mingus Place Hotel, where we shall gather together football fans to celebrate the grand finale of the UEFA Champions League between Real Madrid and of course Liverpool. We promise premium excitement and side attraction, which we've put together as the sports desk of Metropolitan Broadcasting Services, owners of Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM and Impact Africa Television IATV, and counting on every one of you to come down there, celebrate football artistry, bringing Stade de France in Paris, 80,000 imposing stadium close to you in a carnival life, cool and frenzy atmosphere. And if you are not there, I tell you, you will miss out on a whole lot, because we've got lots of gift product for everyone who comes down there. And guess what? It's for FREE, free. It's free of charge. Just come down there, rep your club, and celebrate the grand finale of the prestigious, the money spinning, the lucrative UEFA Champions League 2019. Samson was there, and I know Samson is looking forward to this one again. Samson, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Isaiah, and of course it's good to be here. 2019 was fantastic, and of course this year is going to be premium. We're going to give you premium, a lot of things that you're going to get over there.
That's right.
And people need to, to be, they should be informed that a lot of games will actually take place on that very day. And we look forward to everyone coming together to have fun. And everyone, red carpet starts at 4.
By 4, of course.
4 p.m.
No African time.
No African time. We should be there to rep your club, and of course I'm sure Liverpool fans are going to be there, starting with Big Kenzie. Let's see what Big Kenzie is going to do, but then I hope it's not going to feel emotional when at the end of the day Real Madrid, Los Blancos.
I am going to be there for Real Madrid.
Hold on, coming to you. Just hold on.
I know you can't wait, but then I'm sure. Well, it's going to be an exciting time. I can't wait to see everyone over there as well, where we get to meet you, you get to see us live over there. We did that in 2019 and it was emphatic.
And after the COVID disrupted,
exactly, so
of course we're back bigger and better.
Same venue, same place. We're going to be there live to give you all that you need. All of this analysis will be done live over there.
And of course with our sponsor gifts is bigger, because we have sponsors coming on board to identify with.
They should also know that they're going to be winning some cash.
Of course.
So you know what dollar is talking about right now. So it's going to be in foreign currency. So just check out the exchange rate. I think dollar is about 600 naira now. So if you can't imagine if you win $100.
Courtesy of one of our sponsors,
exactly.
All Star Trader. But let me ask Kenny about this. One of our sponsors has promised $100 to 10 attendees as a raffle draw gift, courtesy of All Stars Trader. It's all about the future of sports trading. You learn how to trade your passion if you're passionate about the game. Although someone there told me she's not passionate about football, maybe once she hears $100, she might just have passion for football right now. But Kenny, is the future of sports trading, where you trade footballers as per their performance weekly, and you get to fund your account $300 for 10 attendees as a raffle draw gift, and 100% deposit bonus to anyone who funds their account on or before the event. So aside from watching that game, there are lots of things to watch out for.
I think I actually can't wait for it, because the All-Star Trader definitely is what I do, so it's actually cool. And see,
PPA, right?
definitely and the MVP introduced it to me, and since then it's been cool. So I think it's going to be cool if some of our fans can actually come and enjoy all of this benefit. And I understand why the DS will support Real Madrid. You know what you face after losing to the same club twice in 2 different finals, and that club.
You told me you saw him before coming.
I greeted him like never before.
He greet you?
Yeah, of course he responded, but he understood what I was, trying to do at that point.
Okay, all right.
He understood very well. So I feel, it's Liverpool and Real Madrid. Anybody, who plays better should win. Any team who deserves to win should win. If it's Real Madrid, no problem. If it's Liverpool, no problem. So I'm not really, saying, it's Liverpool. No, I don't want to do that right now. Of course, I will support Liverpool, but we have to be very pragmatic with what we do.
Right.
So I think I can't wait for that day. 2019, I was there alongside you, the sport prophet, and of course our MVP was also there. 2019, of course, another colleagues here, and this year definitely I can't wait for it. And I'm going to be sitting next to the DS of sport.
I'll be looking out for that.
So I want to celebrate with Madrid winning the title with the DS.
All right, the DS. I know you're a true sportman. You've congratulated Kenny on beating you twice, at the same venue, the Carabao Cup, and of course the FA Cup final. But it seems most Chelsea fans are rooting for Madrid. Are you part of them for the final?
Well,
of course, I know you are looking forward to this big event. We've put together.
Of course, I'll be there.
Of course.
2019, I was not in town. That's why I wasn't there. I watched the game in Abuja. Now, talking about that game, I think it is going to be massive. Okay, and massive in terms of quantity. Okay, of a sports event.
All right.
Then to be massive for Liverpool, because
in what sense?
Yes, what I'm trying to say is that Madrid will be larger than life for them.
Wow.
It will be a handful for them. On this program, I told you the other day, I said, despite the fact that City was having an edge, seemingly having an edge, that they were not going to go through. What is the history of Man City when it comes to UCL? No history. Okay? Now, we are talking of two club sides that have history in the Champions League. And I think they are the two that have won the most. 13-6.
Although we see Milan also in the mix.
In the mix.
Yeah.
You get
so between both, they've won 19.
They've won 19. Now, sincerely, I must tell you that I don't see... you asked the question. I am not one of those Chelsea fans that want Madrid to win.
All right.
I am a Madrid fan. Take Chelsea.
Madrid fan?
Take Chelsea aside. I am for Madrid. In any competition, the Chelsea is not there. Madrid is.
I'm just doing this.
Yes. Right. So I am for Madrid. I am not one of those guys that the situation has made them to support Madrid. Okay. Now coming to what he said, I want to take a swipe at what he said.
Quick one.
Yes, very quickly. Now, he said anyone can win between Madrid and Liverpool. Now, where is the hue coming from? When Chelsea lost to Liverpool, anyone could have won. If we talk of losing penalty, didn't Mane lose his own? So it's a game of luck. When you've drawn
twice,
when you've drawn yourself to the wires,
you luck twice.
When you've drawn yourself to the wires, why didn't they win during the run of play? If they were better.
Okay, so they are not better.
They are not better. They met 3 times. 4 times this season alone.
Regulation and draw, right?
Draw. So they are not better. They may be beating the whole teams in the world. They are not better.
I think a lot of people disagree, saying that Liverpool not better than Chelsea.
Not a lot of people. I am
now
saying it.
I think now. I'm trying to say this straight up. Like looking at the log, Liverpool are placed second. Where is Chelsea? Champions League final, Liverpool are in the final. Where is Chelsea? Every cup final, Liverpool won the cup. Right now, Liverpool are way better than Chelsea. That's what I'm saying.
Let me say
Chelsea were the season trophyless, right?
That's it. That's it.
They are won to this year.
How? No, that was Cup was calm down. Let me settle the
domestically. I don't have any dispute with him. Because it's straight. You shouldn't misconstrue events that are on ground.
I'm not misconstruing anything.
Let's just move ahead. The game is done and dusted, and Liverpool are winners. But even as we look forward to the African Women's Cup of Nations in Morocco, head coach Randy Wandrum has invited 32 players to the camp of the Super Eagles. We have goalkeepers like Chiamaka Nadozie, defender and captain Onome Ebi is also there. Midfielders Rashidat Ajibade and Tony Payne, forwards Francesca Odega, Desire Paranozil, and of course Asisat Oshuala. Among those are called to the 2-week intensive training program. According to report, the training camp would start on June 18th in the North African Kingdom, with all players already advised to arrive in Rabat in June 17th. I've got the list here. Goalkeepers Nadozie Oluehi, Akare Call of Nasara Amazons. We have also Balogun in goalkeeping department. Defenders, we have Sunday Ogbuna, there's Ebi, there's Ohali, Himenayo, there's Plumtree of Leicester City, Payne, Haluzie, and of course Ogbuna. Midfielders, we have Peace Efi, Mbadi, there's Ayinde, Adule, Tony Payne, Uchebe, Rashidat Ajibade, Chikwelu, and Habedin. And for the forwards, we have Imo, Francesca Odega, Desire Kwadanozi, Vivian Ikechukwu, there's McLean's, there's Ihezuo, there's Onumono, the very fantastic striker from United States, there's Kanu, and of course Asisat Oshuala. Samson, this is a very good looking squad, and you expect them to do the needful, win the title, and of course qualify for the FIFA Women's World Cup. But we've got some names that comes to mind, especially the Bayana of South Africa.
Yeah, definitely. If you look at it, you understand that I'm so impressed with the list that we have with the Super Falcons at the moment, and I'm sure that man is is happy at the moment, having the full house. Of course, Desire Paranozi returning to the squad is really something to be happy about, because all the ladies right now will be so happy having their captain back. And rumor has it that she might retain the captaincy. Well, only time will tell if that happens or not. I'm sure Azizat will be so willing to hand it over to her.
Azizat is not even the captain now.
She's not.
Maybe is the current captain.
So a lot to actually take out of that. When the real tournament begins, of course, they are the most successful in this tournament. We can't wait to have them at the World Cup. It's only at the World Cup that I've always had my the only issues, that I've always had the fears of, if they get there, will they get to the quarters? I think the only time they have gotten, the far that they've gotten has been quarters. They've never been to the center. Of course, they've tried. They've even done better than the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Super Eagles haven't been to the quarters. That's right. They've only been to the round of 16.
Second round.
So it's really very impressive. I'm sure that they will so make us proud at this point in time.
Okay, all right. Well, Kenny, let's talk about some Nigerian players abroad before we review that game played yesterday at the St. James's Park, which has just threw some spanner in the works of Arsenal to qualify for the UEFA Champions League. And big game for Liverpool, who are looking to take the title to the last day of the season by taking it back to 1 point ahead of match day 38. It's all about Moses Simon, who was beaten to the Mark Vivian Fu Award for the best African player Elegon by Ivory Coast, and Arusi Lens captain Sekou Fofana, the winger, failed in his quest to become the third Nigerian to win the award after Vincent Enyama and Victor Osimhen won it in 2014 and 2020, and that is one that we thought Moses Simon could win, but irrespective of that, I think he had a decent season, taking his form from last season to this season. And we also learned that West Bromwich Albion, the Badgers, has confirmed that Nigerian international defender Shimi Ajayi has signed a new 3-year contract extension with the club.
I think for Moses Simon, I think Fofana deserves the award. He deserves to get the award ahead of Moses Simon. As much as someone that a remarkable season with Nantes, he scored against PSG, remember vividly, and also contributed well to some games for them. But they won the Coupe de France, I stand corrected, and seeing how he's really transformed and performed well for them. Remember, he went there on loan last season. The deal was made permanent, after an impressive campaign. So it tells you that he's still turning out good performance for them. But for some people of Nigeria, that's where the issue is right now. But I look.
Let me sign